Well, good Thursday morning. I'm doing something a little different today because I want to just briefly do something audio-visual, kind of high-tech. And for that, I need to show you something on the telephone here. What I want to talk briefly today is I'm going to try to simply clear something up that has been on some people's minds concerning where Enochian magic and tarot meet. Okay, if you have the Tarot of Ceremonial Magic, okay, and my new book, Tarot Architect, right there. You get to see my messy desk. Has all of that that information in it. Now, you don't need to even be interested in Enochian magic or Goetia or even Kabbalistic magic to appreciate and work with tarot, okay? And or to appreciate and work with the Tarot Architect book here. But because there are places where Enochian magic and tarot meet, people, especially those who are getting into Enochian magic or who are practitioners of Enochian magic, still have questions about Enochian magic. Now, I've written a book, Enochian Vision Magic, and the question that has arisen is this. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around here, so I'm not sure if I will know what it is. Okay. Now, here's the Ace of Discs. And you'll see that there's a great big Enochian square there. Now, that is the entire elemental tablet, or the letters at least, to the elemental tablet of Earth. Because this is the Ace of Discs is the Earth card. And there's a great big seal of the elemental tablet. And right over here, you see an Enochian, a single Enochian square, an N. And you see it's got one little part there that is green, and it's got the Earth symbol there. And it's got three sections of the pyramid there. That's like a truncated pyramid if you use your imagination. And it's got three sections of it that are white and contain a spirit wheel there, symbol, and the single letter N. Well, that letter N is the N of Nanta, the archangel of spirit, and in the Enochian system, Nanta. So that's the first letter. And the A and the N and the T and the A are subdivisions of that. Like, let's see here if I can show. There's the N, A, and that would represent like the Prince of Discs. And then there's N, and that would be like the Queen, the watery subangle. And then the T, that would be the Earth quarter of the elemental tablet. And then the final A, which is, as you can see, that's one side is red, so that would be the fire. So if that whole tablet there is the ace, these are sections of the ace. And those sections that you see here, that are only just generally painted red, blue, yellow, or green, when they're blown up, they show that entire subangle. Okay, am I confusing you yet? Well, give it time. Okay, so now you see why those are lettered. But let me get back over to here. Notice that big white cross that separates the elemental tablet into 4 sections. Now there are 36 letters in that cross, and it contains, it's the highest of the hierarchy of angels there. Reading from left to right, there's more dial hectica. That's the 3 great secret names of God. And then there's the seniors, the planetary seniors whose names radiate out, up, down, right, left, or left, right, on the horizontal one. And zodiacal, which is like a, here, let me see. The seniors radiate out from the center like that. And the great king is a swirl, zodiacal, like that, okay? So, those 36, I hope I'm not making you too dizzy here, those 36 letters are the 36 decans of the zodiac and the 36 small cards of the tarot. Now, here's an example of a small card, the 7 of discs. And you notice the 7 of discs doesn't have a letter in it because that Enochian square is shared by all 4 elemental tablets. And on each of the tablets, it has a different letter. Okay, now I'm going to try to illustrate that if you'll just give me a second. I'm going to take these off of here. And try to put them safely over here someplace. Okay. I got to get it up high enough there. Can you see that the Grand Cross has 2 columns that split it horizontally? 2 columns. And it's got 1 row. Okay, and between those 2 columns and 1 row are 36 squares. Now, in the Enochian system, each of these squares, these lettered squares, house an angel. And if you'll look at one side or the other, you'll see they're colored. Well, one side, and if you'll observe, these are in groups of 3. 3 blue, 3 yellow. Okay, then skip because there's a row. 3 green. And 3 let's see where, 3 red, right here. Red, blue, yellow, green. Now, those are elemental colors, okay? And they go fire, air, water, air, earth. And that, because they're attributed to Yod, He, Vav, He, okay? And so believe it or not, there's a Yod-He-Vav-He order to those two columns and that one row. I told you I'd eventually confuse you. I'm going to give you an example here. Okay, now right over here to the far, there we go, to the far left. Now, because this is the Earth tablet, this Yod-He-Vav-He order, this fire, water, air, earth order, starts right here with Earth, M-O-R, okay? Now, that M-O-R is the 5, 6, 7 of discs. Okay, the rows, and you'll notice it's that they're all torus. That's because all of the squares of the row are the fixed signs of the zodiac. The fixed Earth is Taurus. So all of these other squares here are the fixed signs of the zodiac. So these are right here. There would be the Scorpio for fixed fire. These would be the Aries. Okay. And so when they're applied to tarot cards, those combinations, Taurus, and in this case Saturn, and I'll show you why in just a moment, stay the same. That square stays the same, but in a different place on the other three tablets. Yeah, here, let's see if I can. I told you it was rich in audio-visual stuff. This is how they're laid out. Okay, the cardinal signs in groups of 3 are in the left column. The fixed are in the horizontal line, and the mutable signs are in the right-hand column. It's the line of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, okay? And this is how they're set up for the Tablet of Union, or Tablet of Union, to the Earth tablet. We're looking at the Earth tablet there. And there's the 36 small cards, 5, 6, 7 of discs, 5, 6, 7 of Aquarius, or swords, 5, 6, 7 of cups for Scorpio, 5, 6, 7 of wands for Leo. Does that make sense? And here we see the cardinal signs, and here we see the mutable signs, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and Sag. Now, if we wanted to see what the tablet of air might be like, where they would be in the tablet of air, we would just sort of do a funny, like that puzzle we used to, would take these tiled over here and put them all the way over here to that end, and then push everything over here one thing over. They just slide over like that. So this would be Just you go like this. This goes up there like that. This goes up there like that. I guess I'm busy looking at, looking at what I'm showing you there. Okay, this would be the order then for the tablet of air. Now, does that make a heck of a lot of sense? That's why there are no letters on this, okay? But nevertheless, they represent the same planetary and zodiacal and elemental mix in and of themselves. Now, I told you there was a planet assigned to them, and indeed there are. And in this marvelous book, Tarot Architect, this is how they're laid out. Starting at 0 degrees Leo, the planets are assigned in descending tree of life order. That's Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sol, Venus, Mercury, Luna. And then it repeats all the way around. And these are the 36 small cards, if you will. Okay, and that's in the chapter called The Complex World of Small Cards, Spirits and Angels of the 36 Decans. Okay, that's one of the chapters in that. Okay, I probably have confused you no end, and I thought I was going to make it simple. But can you sort of see the method to the madness of it just shifting around for each of the elemental tablets? This is a nice view of the tablet of Earth and what we've just been talking about. When we look at it from this side, all green. The one on the left is the cardinal sign. The one on the right is the mutable sign. And on the horizontal line, you see the 3 green, 3 yellow, 3 blue, and 3 red. It's almost easier to take one look at it with a little bit of clue of what's what and figure it out than it is to have an old man in his office try to explain it to you. But I did the best I could with the toys I have. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.